Oh, hello, everybody. Hello. Pardon me. Oh, it is, what is the day? Wednesday? Let's do a time and date check here for people watching on the replay. Yes, Wednesday, January 14th. It is 3:28 in the afternoon. This is obviously an unscheduled live stream. It's beautiful outside. Sun shining, a little chilly. I just talked to my wife a minute ago. We just got finished eating lunch. It was really good. She made sloppy joes, but not in the traditional sense. She had like long bread, and she, cut it in half, and then she put it on top, almost like a French bread pizza, almost kind of similar kind of thing, but it had sloppy joe sauce and the cheese and all. She saw some kind of, saw it on Facebook or something, like a recipe or something. So we had that for lunch. It was really good. It was different, and I'm very full. So I was going to have a milkshake. That's one of my biggest weaknesses is a chocolate milkshake. I love chocolate milkshakes, and you probably tell. Yeah. But let's see. Will my other camera work here? Oh, there we go. Yes. Look how bright it is in the room here. From the natural light from the window, even though I have it closed, the blind's closed. Oh, yeah, by the way, Joe Wentz Project merch is available. That's why I was wearing this. I'm not weird or nothing. I just want to show it off on camera. And if you're interested in a T-shirt, check the information below in the description box and get yours today, as they say. And let's see. Let's go back over here. There we go. Let's see who's jumping in so far. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. This will be not a very long stream because I have to head into work. And let me bring this down just a touch. There we go. That's perfect. We're trying to get things organized at the last second here. So we got a couple people dropping by here. Let's see. B. Whaler, I think, is in here. Hello. He goes, hey, Joe. Hey, man. How are you doing? Nice to see you, sir. Thank you for hopping in on this Wednesday afternoon. And Slimfire, Joe, what is up? Just turned on YouTube, and here you are. Wow. That's great, man. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Like I was saying in the opening here, I was telling my wife, I'm going to go live for about an hour, and then, of course, I have to leave to head into work. She goes, she was looking at the weather on her phone. She goes, uh-oh. I said, what do you mean, uh-oh? She said, they're calling for snow tomorrow. I said, do what? Are you serious? She goes, yeah, they're calling for snow and possibly all the way down to the coast where I have to go deliver. I was like, oh, God. And, this is what's crazy. I didn't think about this till my mom brought this to my attention. Tomorrow is my mom's birthday. She'll be 81. And even though she just lives 2 miles down the street, when I'm at work, Monday and Wednesdays, I still call her and around 8:00 p.m. and just to check on her, see if she's okay. And I talked to her Monday, this past Monday, and she said, if you've ever noticed, it always seems to snow on my birthday, or a couple days before, a couple days after, or the day of my birthday. I said, you know what? I've never paid that no attention. She was right. And then my wife says, they're calling for snow tomorrow on her birthday. I was like, why can't we be that lucky at the casino, man? Not that we go to the casino a lot. We used to. We don't anymore. Mr. Mick, hello. How are you, sir? Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you. So what am I wanting to talk about this afternoon? Okay, I was going to do a follow-up from the video I made yesterday, and thank you to everybody who was taking the time to watch that video. I really, really appreciate that. And wow, there are some viewers who are expressing their disdain for Sweetwater, and I just want to put a disclaimer, preface this stream as saying I'm not out to say anything bad about Sweetwater or Guitar Center or nobody. I just I was just talking about my experience, and the only thing that put a bad taste in my mouth was the experience I had on Sweetwater's Gear Exchange. Not Sweetwater, it's their platform, but I had difficulty with the seller. He made things really difficult. It was just really strange. I purchased an item, the Rodecaster Pro 2, you see right here. This is not it. I ordered another one. I want to get a backup. And he had it for a pretty decent price, and I said, okay. I paid for it. And, you have 72 hours or 3 days to ship an item after a customer has purchased it, said item. And man, like a week went by, and I didn't hear nothing from him. I didn't hear nothing from Sweetwater, and I started to get a little aggravated. So I reached out to the gentleman. He reassured me, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. But then he told me why he hasn't shipped it out yet, and it was the most bizarre thing I'd ever heard in my life. I did it on a members-only video. I guess I can say it here, but I'm not going to tell the guy's name. I don't even know what his actual name is, but nevertheless, that doesn't matter. But he said he got locked out of the house. From his wife locked him out of the house. And that's what he told me. And I was like, okay, do I really want this item anymore? I mean, if she locked you out of the house, or locked him out of the house, I should say, whatever domestic thing is going on, if there is, allegedly, I don't want that item no more, man. Because if she's ticked off, that item is probably damaged or destroyed, or as my friend at Cater said, it's probably sitting in the bottom of the fish aquarium in the house. So I didn't want it no more. I mean, I was glad he was honest with me, and I waited a couple of days after that and still didn't hear anything. Nothing was going on. And I was like, something stinks here. Something is not right. This doesn't add up. I shouldn't be going through this. So I got home one morning, the other morning, and before I went to bed, I went on Sweetwater's Gear Exchange, and you can send the seller a message, which I had a couple of times, and he was professional. He wasn't a jerk or nothing. I'm not saying nothing like that at all, but this is business, and when you do business, you expect a service or a product that you pay for, and that's it. And simple as that. You shouldn't have to run into a lot of crazy stuff. It doesn't make sense. And the more I thought about it, I said, yeah, something just ain't right. So I put report a problem, and I put, I'd like to have a refund. Something, I'm not comfortable with this situation. And Sweetwater's defense and that seller's defense, when I woke up later that morning, or that afternoon rather, as I worked the night shift, I had an email from Sweetwater said, you've been refunded your money. So I went to Guitar Center online and purchased it from them. And if you watched that video yesterday, you know the rest of the story. But I've had bad experiences at other places, and it put a bad taste in my mouth. And so I totally understand if people are not happy with certain companies. I get it. And like I said, I'm not here to defend any companies or promote. I'm just telling you my experience of what happened. And there's too many other places that will take your business, and there's a lot of competition. So, you have other options, as we all do. Let's go to the chat really quick. Slimfire said, Joe, I got a PRS 24 and used your string setup, and it worked great. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, man. That's awesome. That is fantastic. And thank you, Slim. That's really nice. I appreciate that. And like I've said before, the way I set my guitars up, whether it's a Floyd or a Godot trim or whatever, it's what works for me. You would not believe the negative feedback I get from some people, which I just delete that comment. I'm like, dude, you think that's going to change my mind? I mean, what I've been doing for years was setting up guitars, and locking systems has worked for all these years, and you're ticked off because I'm not doing it the way that you do it. Well, you have a problem. Not me. You do. And so I suggest don't let the door hit you on the way out. Because I do the way I do. It works for me, and whatever other people do works for them. And that's fantastic. We can disagree, but at least be professional about it. Don't be rude and don't be a jerk, because you will get banned from this channel. We don't put up with that here. I believe in being respectful, and I would hope that somebody that's not on the same page would be mutually respectful as well. But anyway, let's move on. Thank you, Slim. Musical companion. Are you expecting something? I think you went, are you expecting something big from NAMM this year, or a drop before NAMM from a big manufacturer? I don't know. I would hope so. I enjoy looking at what's coming out at NAMM every year. I think that's interesting. I find that very interesting. NAMM, that is a great subject. Because years ago, that was the thing to do for content creators in the guitar community here on YouTube. And I've always been in a position where I just couldn't do anything like that because of my work restrictions. And, I have a family to support, and I'm really busy with my job, on the road all the time, delivering loads in a big rig. And that's very time consuming, and it's very demanding of my life. So there's a lot of things I just can't do, and that's just the way it is. That's the deal I made with the devil on that, and that's just, sacrifice is what it's called. But so I've never been to NAMM. I know years ago it was kind of a big deal, and certain content creators would get together and meet up at NAMM, and it was like this big clique of, look at me, I'm at NAMM. And I was like, oh my God. And that over the years, that has faded. And it's, to me, from what I'm seeing, I don't research it, but just from glancing at that, it's not the big impact that it used to be. It might be, but to me, it don't seem like it is. But I do like to see like what EVH is going to come out with, because I really enjoy their products. I'm not sponsored by anybody, EVH, nobody. I'm just a customer, just like anybody else. But I do stand behind EVH products because they're great, man. I mean, I got some of their guitars, pedals. So I'm interested to see what they're going to drop, if anything. I'm sure they will. But yeah, I've never been to NAMM, and a lot of people that go, I wish them all the safe travels and all. But I notice when people do that and they come back, a lot of people are sick. They nicknamed that Namthrax. And I was like, I don't want to get around that many people, which is, NAMM is a huge deal, as we all know. But Ralph and I are going to a guitar expo this Friday. It's going to be in Greenville, South Carolina. It's going to be 119 Beverly Road in Greenville, South Carolina. And I can't pronounce the where it's being held. It has a weird name, but that address, if you type that in, that's where it's being held. And Ralph and I are looking forward to that Friday. kind of nice. I reached out to another guitar shop earlier this afternoon, and that's twice I reached out, and I talked to one of the employees. He's really nice, but I'm having trouble getting a hold of the owner of the shop. The guy, in all fairness, he said, we'll call back in a little bit and maybe he'll be available, but I just never did. I had to eat lunch, and we're doing this here. Let's see. V Whaler says, it's been snowing up here in Detroit on most of the day. Oh my gosh, man. Oh man. Yeah, y'all get it up there a lot. We don't get it much here. Like I said, we might get it around middle of January, in which we are now. And then the big thing for us that I've always noticed, if we get past Valentine's Day, we're kind of getting to the good side of things. We have to get past that point, and we're, starting to have a better chance of not any precipitation, Let's see. Musical Companion says, I had nothing but bad experiences from Sweetwater. I'm sorry to hear that. Guitar Center been about 50-50, depending on the store. I've shopped everywhere from SoCal to North and South Texas. Yeah, I understand, man. Like I said, I get it. I mean, there are certain places I've been, and I'll never go back. Certain places of business because of the experience was horrible. So I totally understand. I'm sorry that you dealt with that. Rico B. Hey now, from Texas. You're from in Texas? Wow. Rico, you're usually in Arizona. Uh-oh, he's on the road. Rico is on the road. Mr. Mick comments, I never bought from Sweetwater's Gear Exchange, but I never had a bad experience with Sweetwater themselves. Yeah, I haven't either. I've never, I had it, how do I word this professionally? I had a episode that happened with Sweetwater. It wasn't my fault, and it wasn't Sweetwater's fault. But it was a pretty serious matter, and thankfully, my rep, Paul, he stepped in and straightened it all out. And it was fine then. But that, for me personally, after that happened, that they gained a huge amount of my respect because they stepped in and stopped something that was happening that I had no control over. And I was like, I did not do this, man. I didn't do this. Y'all need to fix it. And they did. They did. Let me go down here and scroll up because I had to, let's see. Comments are coming in. Let's see. Slim Fire says, same here on Sweetwater. All right. Bloody Soup. Hey, man, how are you doing? Let me scroll down just a little bit. Hey, Bloody Soup. How you doing? And we got the CEO, Morton Salt, is here. Don Morton. Haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. I hope you're doing well, sir. Thank you for jumping in. I need to talk about the main subject of this stream before I run out of time. Let's see. Don Morton, CEO of Morton Salt. Hello, Joe. I've been MIA lately. Yes, you have. Busy. Just wanted to add that I use an Alto TX312 powered monitor on stage. I've had it for almost 4 years so far. It has served me well. I hope this helps. Yes, it does. Thank you so much for that input, sir, because I know nothing about these speakers. I've been watching videos and trying to, do some deep dives on these speakers, and yes, that does help. So with that being said, let me present this. I should already have it pulled up. Let me add the scene and present, or spotlight as they call it here. So what I was looking at is I need to get a couple of these powered speakers because with the Rodecaster Pro 2, you have some speaker outputs or monitor outputs on the back. But just regular speakers, is not going to cut it. You're going to have some powered speakers. So I started doing research, and these Alto speakers from the professional TS415 2500 watt 15-inch powered speaker. I think this is the biggest one, I believe, for what I'm looking at. Of course, I would order 2 of these. I've already got PA tripod stands. I've already got that. And I have big PA speakers, but they're not powered. And my PA is probably a little outdated. But so the reviews I've seen on YouTube with these speakers have been excellent from what people are saying. I mean, customers, even people that have guitar shops and all, they say these are a great seller, very popular with musicians. Let's see here. Yeah, you got the, let me go. Here we go. I'm still getting used to this thing. So yeah, you got right here to the right, far right, see there's 2 buttons. That's like your presets for like some EQ, I believe. And I want to say, it says Bluetooth instructions on the bottom. I'm not really sure because I haven't messed with these yet, but from what I understand, you can link these. If you get 2 of these, you can use Bluetooth, and they will pair, and everything will be in stereo. Now, I've also heard that you can only use that function if you're playing something from your phone, like some music or something like that, like a DJ type thing. Far as what I'm wanting to use it for, I think I might have to come out left and right of the Rodecaster Pro 2 and go into one speaker, of course, and then out of the other output to the other speaker. But which is fine. But I've heard nothing but great things about these, man. So far, we're going to get a better look now. Yeah, 2 channels if you want. Bluetooth volume up top. Oh, yeah, there's the pair. Then you got stereo link. Yeah, that's if you do the Bluetooth pairing. But and then you have your presets if you want a large, medium, or small hall, I would imagine, like a reverb. And then your EQ, live, DJ, or custom via app. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Why am I looking at these? Because of the plan that I've been putting together. I've talked to Ralph about it over the past couple of weeks. I'm going to start going over there probably every other Friday, and we're going to start getting a set list together and getting some songs down, and we're going to get tight. Our music's going to get tight as a duo and practice these things through the winter. And hopefully when the weather gets nice, me personally, I would like to see us busk somewhere. Now, I don't know if he wants to do that, but I would also like for us to perform live online, do a live show on the internet. Again, I have to double check with him and make sure. I think he's cool with it, but I would at least like to see us busk somewhere. If it's up in Hendersonville, just one time. But I need something like this to have the proper power for the volume. So it'll sound right coming out of the Rodecaster Pro 2, So that's what I'm wanting to do. That's the plan. So hopefully that will work. Let's remove this and let me bring myself back here. There we go. Nice. We'll remove this from the scene altogether. We don't need that no more. And we'll just leave it like that. Okay. So that's the plan. That's the game plan. Get a couple of these speakers, and we'll be rehearsing at Ralph's place and get everything set up. It's going to take a few rehearsals to get everything lined up, get kind of a routine down. But I told Ralph, y'all have to understand that Ralph and I have known each other for, like 40 something years or something when we were 10. So 45 years. And as we grew up, just going through life, of course, we got guitars at the same time, and we liked the same taste in music. And I said, man, we need to do something before we get to the age where we can't do something. And I think it's now is that time. And he agreed. So we're looking forward to that. I think he's pretty stoked. I know I am. I'm excited. But I do have to order these speakers, and I'm just waiting a couple of weeks to make sure I get the Rodecaster Pro 2 in. I finally got an email from Guitar Center saying it was shipped today. So that's good, because I was like, oh, Lord, please don't tell me I'm running into another issue here with GC with trying to get my product. But nah, they said it's on the way. So, okay, let's see what we got. Bloody Soup. He goes, that'll be a fun time Friday for sure, Joe, at the Guitar Expo. Yes. Yeah, man. Looking forward to that. Let's see here. I'll get to y'all's comments. Let's see. Slim and Scott from South Carolina says, my friend, a bass player, he used the Alto powered speakers as mains for vocals and horns in his band. Oh, there we go. So that's a popular brand, apparently. Bloody Soup. He chimes in. He says that we've been having some problems with our dog. She's been in the vet hospital since 9 p.m. last night. Oh, no. We are already $5,000 deep, and new and used guitar equipment will be nullified. She is still not out. I'm so sorry, Bloody Soup. All my well wishes go for your loving dog. We've been through that. I know how that feels. Man. I hope she gets well soon. So it's I'm sorry, man. We've been there a few times, and it racks up quick. But she's part of the family, so yeah, absolutely. Do what you got to do, my friend. I get it. Mr. Don Morton, nothing but 5 stars for Sweetwater, by the way. There you go. Well, that's amazing. Yeah, like I said, I haven't had any bad experiences. I was just, the Sweetwater's gear exchange, that whole thing kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But, Sweetwater backed me up. They gave me my money back. It's fine. I have nothing negative as far as Sweetwater to say. Let's see. Don Morton, CEO of Morton Salt, a lifelong friend, was a keys player on a cruise ship line for 20 years. He said the ships provided them with Alto PA cabs and monitors. Dang, that's impressive. Man, I've looked up stuff about that, about working on a cruise ship, being a musician on a cruise ship. I don't know, that was a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I was looking that up on YouTube, and man, it's first of all, when I would see that, it made me feel old because most of the musicians on there, like in their early to mid 20s or something. And I was like, damn, and they were good. They were good. I saw this one guy, I don't remember his channel name. He apparently, you sign a contract if you can pass the, go jump to the hoops and make the cut. And they have different, I guess, times that you sign lengths, right? So you can be on there for 2 weeks, be on there for a month, whatever. And the guy went into the whole breakdown of that, and the money was not a lot. But he did it just for the experience, and which I thought was cool. I was like, wow, that's awesome. But you have to know your stuff. You can't just be a bedroom player and go expect to get a job on a cruise ship playing a guitar. You have to know how to read music is a big plus. because when you get there, from what I saw, they throw you in with other musicians and you get together and they give you all this sheet music. Well, you got to learn 500 songs. And I'm like, God almighty. And I couldn't do it. I'm like, oh my God. But the people that are on there, they know what they're doing. And there's different levels. Like the guy that I saw, he was a young dude. They played on one of the outside decks for people by the pool and all that. And it was just, and their little group was good. They played all kind of, you know, modern hits and classic hits and all. But when you make more money is when you go up the ladder as far as the performing level. And the big level was the main stage, performing stage, and inside this performance area of the ship. And those guys make good money. But you just have to, I don't know, I guess work your way up. I don't know, but it was interesting to watch. I was like, well, I wish I could have done that when I was younger, but I didn't. Hell, I couldn't do it now. I don't know no music, guitar theory or nothing. I couldn't make it. Now, they'd cut me. They'd say, get out of here. Scott from South Carolina, unless it's a big venue, 12-inch speakers may sound better for what you do. Yeah, I've thought about that too. I just like to have the extra just in case. I would like to I just think it'd be cool to have that just in case something does come up and we're like, okay, well, we got enough power to handle this. What's that old saying? It's good to have it and not need it, than need it and not have it. You know, that's always been my little way I've thought. But I see what you mean, man. I do. Bloody Soup says, would Ralph have his own speaker? Yeah, he has his own speaker for his drum kit. And I think it's a Simmons drum amp or speaker, whatever. And that will be placed behind him. He has a difficult time, I should say, with hearing really well with when we play live. When we were doing headphones and stuff, and he said, "Man, I just can't hear the backing track really well and all this." And I was like, and to me it sounded great, but you know, everybody's different. So I said, okay, what if I get some PA powered speakers and we'll go that route, and you can have your speaker behind you so you can hear, and I'll have these up front, kind of where I'm at, you know, one over here, one over there on the other side of the room. And eventually maybe get some floor monitors facing up. Just, you know, baby steps here, you know. But so he seemed like he was pretty down with that. So that's cool. Rico chimes in. Rico B, Brother Rico Joe, are you still doing the live drives? I like those videos. No, I stopped those because I stopped those because every time I would do one of those, I kept losing. People kept unsubbing. They kept leaving. And it kept going down and down and down. I was like, wow, really? Wow. I just, I decided instead of doing the live drives that I would do content like that in that same kind of realm. But I'd make it members only content. That way the people that enjoyed it, they can watch it, you know, when they want to or whatever. I have learned the hard way on this channel after doing this for 15 years that it's not good to be sporadic and do different subject matters. You need to focus on one thing and leave it at that. There's times I did like camping videos. I did trucking videos, which I can't do that no more for obvious reasons. I did food review video. I was doing all kind of, and I thought, well, this is great because there's everything, a little bit of everything for everybody to watch. But YouTube doesn't look at it like that. The algorithm doesn't look at it like that. You start doing all these different videos on different subject matters. YouTube is like, well, we don't know where to put your video because you keep changing up. And I did that for years, and I didn't realize how bad that was hurting this channel. And eventually it just got to where I had there was nothing going on this channel. It pretty much went dead. So I had to it was like I had to start from scratch. Just about, a couple of years ago. And I said, from now on, I'm just going to do my best to stay focused on guitar only. And if I want some other different types of content, let's put that on the members only side. That way, if they enjoy it, they can watch it. And it's not out there for because a lot of people just they didn't like the videos of me driving to work or whatever. They didn't like it. I don't know why. I always thought it was cool, but I'm trying to build a channel here, so I'm trying to work towards something that I can have when I retire, so I can do and have enough monetization built up where I can use this for income in a few more years. So it's just a constant struggle and a constant fight to try to get subs and try to keep them. When we got finished doing the live show last Saturday, this channel lost like 25 to 30 subs like that. And I was like, wow, okay. And maybe because there was a couple things I said on the stream that I mistakenly said, because, man, I was not feeling good. I was only half into what was going on. I was sick, man. And then I was talking about a certain subject matter. I'm not going to bring that up again because, wow, it got some people stirred up. So anyway, and I just said the wrong stuff, and I didn't catch it till after the show was over. I mean, I'm only human. I make mistakes. But like 30 to 40 people left, and I was like, whatever, right? That's fine. So you always got that going on. So the live drives, I quit doing those because of that. I know that was a long-winded answer, Rico. I'm sorry. I hope you understand. Fletcher, hey guys, hope all is great. Hey Fletch, how you doing, man? Fletch lives. Fletcher, North Carolina. No, I'm kidding. Let's see if we can scroll this down. Man, thank y'all for participating. This is fantastic. Fletcher 75, I'm going on a cruise. Going on a cruise is one of my mom's bucket list items. Going to try my best to send her at least once. Well, that's nice, man. That is really nice. Yeah, do it for mom, man. Ain't nobody like your mom. Personally, when I saw that being a cruise ship performer, I thought that was cool, but I've never cared about going on a cruise. I don't know. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. But anyway, let's move on. Don Morton, CEO Morton Salt, my friend who was a cruise ship keyboard player and singer, told me that in the pre-COVID days, they played 5 or 6 nights a week. Think how tight a band would be playing that often. Yes, that's true. And when it gets to that point, I mean, it's fun to begin with, but when it gets to that point, it's even more fun. It's freaking amazing. The last band I was in, which was many moons ago, we were at that point. We were really tight. And to be honest, when we formed that group, it was just my friend Walter. He was the singer, and he played acoustic guitar, and I played electric guitar. And we had a duo for a long time, and then we decided to go ahead and make a full-fledged group. We got Dave, the drummer, and he was incredible. Man, what an amazing drummer. Still is today. Super nice guy. And then we got Jeremy, the bass player. And then those guys were amazing. Those guys were incredible. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta step up my game, man. So I would get home and practice, trying to get my chops better. They call it woodshedding, I guess. And I did. But being in that group with those musicians that were on this level, and I'm down here, and I had to work my way up, claw and fight my way up to get even close to that level, it paid off. I learned a lot. And we were tight. We were tight, a tight band. And but it was fun. But I want to be able to, for Ralph and I to be able to be like that level. And we will. And I've known Ralph all my life, and I know his abilities are incredible. he's an amazing musician, and so this won't be no big deal. It's just going to be a little bit of, getting the dust off the bottle, just take a couple of rehearsals and we'll have it. And the main thing is it's fun. It's going to be fun, man. That's the whole point. Music is fun. It's not supposed to be work. And that's why I love it so much. It makes me happy. Fletcher says, I probably told you already, but I got a 93 Mexican Strat and love it. Looks like your PRS. Yeah. That's awesome, man. You can hear the cows mooing outside. Oh my gosh, man. We got people next door to us that we don't associate with for reasons I won't go into. They have livestock out there, and cows are mooing like crazy. Let's see. So if you hear that in the background, you'll know. Fletcher, I think my friend and I, Tyler, might start a channel where we play live some, or we might put them on this channel I have now. He watches all your stuff too. Great channel, inspiring for me as a player. That's fantastic. Thank you, Fletch. That's great. That's amazing. No matter where you get inspiration from, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Fletcher, you're in Kentucky? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's nice. But yeah, man, everybody's from all over, man. It's really nice that people chime in. I know this is in an odd time of day. People are at work, or people will be leaving work soon, I guess. I'll be leaving to go to work here in just a little while. But yeah, it's really awesome that people take the time to chime in. We have TC Williams, finally caught a live stream. Thank you for the great content. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, TC. That's super kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's nice to know that people enjoy it. And because I'll be honest with you, sometimes I think to myself, why am I doing this? Well, it certainly is not for any financial gain, because that's not there. Nothing like that at all. I've always enjoyed making content. I've always enjoyed making videos. I've always loved playing guitar, and I'm still, it's a work in progress still to this day. There's a lot of things that could be better, a lot of things that could be polished, but I just take it day by day, and if I was able, I would do a live stream every day. I used to do that for years ago. God, I used to go live every day before I went to work. Every day. It didn't matter if it was on the computer or on my phone. I think I did. I wanted to see how much I could go live every day. I think I tried it for like 30 days or something. Maybe it was just for 2 weeks. Who the hell wants to watch somebody every day? That's, that just, and I remember I would go live and there'd be like 2 people in the chat, and I'm like, hey, I'm live, walking around in the yard trying to think of something to talk about. Again, that's when I was doing different content, subject matter or whatever, and it had nothing to do with guitar, and it was a train wreck, but I tried. I tried. But anyway, so yeah, I think we're going to check out these speakers, these Alto powered PA speakers. Really, I mean, the reviews on these things are phenomenal, and everybody says they're great for what they are, and it's a great value. So I was like, well, okay. Sounds good to me. Bushwig, hey Joe from Josh, Elberton, Georgia. Hello. All right. Georgia, you're not too far away. Yeah, where is everybody at? Do y'all mind putting where you're from? I won't be able to remember, but I'm in South Carolina, so we got one checking in from Georgia. Brian, hey man, he goes, Joe, how you doing, Bud, I hope all is well. Thank you, sir. Yes, we're doing okay, man. We're finally getting over this nasty mess that I had for almost 2 weeks. It was, it had me down and out, brother. I'm going to tell you. I was like, man. Yeah. About all, hindsight's 2020. And about when I look back at the live show Saturday, I said, man, we shouldn't have done that show. I should have canceled. But I love doing this. And they say if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. And I love doing content. I love going live and communicating with people and with the subscribers or kindred spirits, as Adam the Woo would always say. Rest in peace, Adam the Woo. What a kind person he was, man. Don Morton, gotta go, Joe. I wish, let's see. I will watch the rest of the show ASAP, headed to an early band practice. All the best to you, Ralph, and the fine folks here. Peace. Wow, what a really kind sentiment. Thank you. That's so cool, man. Mr. Don Morton, and I got to meet him along with some other fine friends that watch the channel when we went to the guitar shop. And Mr. Morton was super, super nice, man. Thank you, Mr. Morton. I appreciate your kindness. And that's all I try to do here, man, is just spread kindness. That's all. There's no reason for, malice or rude or any kind of weird behavior like that. There's too much of that already in the world, and I just don't believe in that. Let's see. Dave working there. Hey, he says. Mr. Dave, it's good to see you, man. Let's see here. Let's see if I can scroll down. Let's see. People talking to everybody else. That's fantastic. Oh, man, of course, my sinuses and everything would act up now when I'm live. Like, oh, man, not right now, please. I'm sorry for that, y'all. Oh man, it just jumped. Let me scroll this back up so I can read it. Super Monster, let's see. Hey man, I appreciate your content. I come from France, Paris. I want to know if you have advice for a new guitar player. Like, what would you say to them? Oh, wow. First of all, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What would I say to a new guitar player? Well, I would say take your time. Don't be in a rush. Work on your ears and work on understanding when your guitar is in tune and out of tune. Learn how to get your rhythm hand coordinated. Don't worry about lead and everything right now. Don't worry about trying to be fancy. Just work with your rhythm, get that coordination up and get it tight. That's the main thing. I've seen people play acoustic guitars. My buddy Walter, as a matter of fact, I use him for an example in this story. He didn't play lead hardly at all. He was a rhythm guy. But he was what I called the three-chord master. Now, you've always heard of people saying, well, all you need to know is G, D, and C, and you can play hundreds of songs, which is true. But what separates all those songs with the same chords is this right hand. That's your drummer. You got to work on that rhythm, and whatever tempo you decide to play with, whatever you're learning, whatever chords, that's going to differentiate one from the other for far as song selection. But my friend Walter, I've seen it with my own eyes. I went to, he was playing a solo gig by himself. He played a 3-hour show A 3-hour show by himself. Just him and acoustic guitar. Now, he had a book with all the songs with the lyrics, and the pages were laminated, and that book was thick. And I remember when I had first met him, it was just him, a PA system, and it was this little sports bar and a microphone, and he had a music stand with that book on it and his guitar. He still has it, I think. It's a Seagull acoustic, I think. Anyway, this was many, many years ago, and I got there, and I was like, oh, I wonder what this guy's going to do. And he starts playing all these songs, and I was just like, wow, and he's a fantastic singer. And I've always, to me, if a musician, I don't care if it's a guitar player or a saxophonist or a keyboard player, bass player, whatever, if they can stand up there by themselves and play their instrument and sing, and it sounds amazing, just imagine what it'd sound like with a full-blown band. So that's what Walter was. He could carry himself on a solo gig, and that floored me. I was like, how in the world does he do? I mean, you see it all the time. If you like music, you see people on TV doing it. America's Got Talent, whatever. You see it all through your years as you grow older. But to see somebody that's just a normal person like you and I, he works for a living, 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever. And he's just doing it because he loves to do it. And he's not looking for fame or fortune. He just enjoys playing. And when I saw that, I was encapsulated. I was like, wow, man. And so we started a rapport that night. And I looked down at his songbook, and I said, man, do you know all these songs? And he said, yeah. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, and then I found out he was in a band, a trio. He was in a trio. Well, as time moved on, me and a friend of mine that I haven't talked to him in many years. I don't know what happened to him. He just vanished. He just vanished without a trace. He didn't tell me where he was going. He just cut off all communication. So I don't know what happened to him. I hope nothing bad, but he just disappeared. I don't know. But his name was Eric, and we had a duo, and we did the songs like I do here. Judas Priest and Eddie Money and Bryan Adams. We just did those 80s standards, and Walter came to that place to see Eric and I perform one night, and Walter liked the way we sounded, and Walter left his trio. I didn't tell him to leave, and I didn't, he came up to me after we got done that night and said, man, would you like another member? Turn this into a trio. And I knew what Walter could do because I seen him do the solo gig, and I was like, yeah, man, please. I talked to Eric. I had to talk to Eric, of course, and Eric said that was fine. But I knew that if Walter joined us, that it would help. I could learn a lot from him, and I did. And that went for a little while, and then things kind of went south. But for the time that it was excellent. But yes, I know that's a long winded answer there. I'm sorry. But yeah, work on your rhythm. Work on your rhythm playing. That's what I would say, because once you get that down, nobody can stop you, man. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, excuse me. All right, we got Mr. Lloyd Dinkle. Hello. Let's give Mr. Dinkle a round of applause. All right, man. Mr. Dinkle says, I'm 63 and a beginner. As I watch you play, it makes me want it more. It makes me practice more all the time. Let me highlight this again. Thank you, Joe. You are more of an inspiration to man. That is, man. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Man, jeez Louise. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was asking if you wanted to put where you were from. You don't have to. I was just curious where people are located, like, how far away from here, Slim Fire says he is in Virginia. Okay, so we got one that checked in from Georgia, one from Virginia. That's So far, that's awesome. Let's see here. And Mr. Dave Orkin chimes in. He goes, I just put the Adrian Smith Jackson back together. Put a tone zone in the bridge. Yes. And that is a beautiful guitar, by the way, my friend. Tone zone, one of my favorite pickups. I love the tone zone. Let's see. Roadie's Jam K, brother. Howdy, Joe. How are you? Are you getting over your? Hope you get over your illness soon. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, we're getting there. You can hear I'm trying, man. This stuff got a hold on me, but we're getting out of the woods, I feel. Brother Ted Farrell, what is going on, brother Ted? What is it, brother? How you doing, brother Ted? Such a nice person. Thank you, Ted. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Super Mustard. That's nice, man. Thank you. Whoops. Okay, people chiming in where they're from. Let's see. T.C. Williams chimes in. He's from Knoxville. That's awesome. Very cool. Let's see. Mr. Lloyd Dinkle is he is from Southwest Kansas. Nice. Dave Orkin, I'm going to send you a picture right now. Oh, let me see. Hang on. Is this the, okay. Oops. Let me see if I can get the, oh my goodness gracious alive. I didn't know they made the tone zones in blue. See, I'm out of the loop, man. Let's see if we can, I'll do my best to show this. Wow, this looks beautiful. This is Dave Orkin's Adrian Smith Jackson. Can you see that? Is it going to focus? Look at that. Look at that tone zone. And wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful guitar. Good job, Dave. Wow. Yeah, I suck at electronics, man. I take it to have somebody else do it. I take it to Jackson at Cornerstone and let him pay him to do it. And I don't want to fool with it. I don't have the patience for it. I just don't. And so I just drop it off at Cornerstone and they say, all right, we'll get it. Come back next week or whatever. And I said, okay, no problem. Because I can't get back down there till the next week, the next Friday when I'm off. So it works out great. So Cornerstone Christian and Music Supply in Easley, South Carolina. Check them out. Midtown Music and Easley. Check them out. They are amazing stores. I love those people. I love all of the guitar shop owners that we went to there. Everybody was so nice and so kind. And that's what it's all about, you know. Spread the kindness, man. Spread the kindness. Let's see. Rhodey chimes in with his location. He says, I'm in Northeast Kansas. Nice, man. Wow, that's all right there. Let's see here. Oh, boy. This thing just jumped. Let's see. Dave Orkin chimes in with, is that Williamstown, New Jersey? Nice. New Jersey. Bon Jovi territory. Let's see. Let me go down here. Uh-oh. He said, he said, I'm in snowy Detroit, man. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Oh, I hope to goodness we don't get none of that here that we're talking about. And it's the conditions are right. I'm like, man, I can just look, and I'm no meteorologist or nothing by this any stretch of the imagination, but I can just tell by the way the clouds start to look and just the weird vibe you get in the air from the cold and the way it just, I call it the bone chilling cold. How it just goes through and just makes your bones cold. I was like, yeah, buddy, that's snow's coming. I guess that's how all the old people did it back in the olden days. That's how they knew something like that was going to happen, I guess. I don't know. What am I talking about? I'm getting old too. Brian 5150 says he's in New Hampshire. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Let's see here. Let me showcase this. Mr. Ted Fair Joe, I sent you a picture of my new guitar. Oh, you did? Okay, hang on. Let me see here. All right, let's see what Ted's got. Oh, my goodness. What in the world, Ted, did you get now? Oh, that's a beautiful Gibson. Okay. Let's see if we can, let me swap cameras here. All right, here we go. Let's see. Wow, this is, you have to say what kind of Gibson this is, Brother Ted, 'cause I don't know. Look at that. Man, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Man. Gorgeous. Congratulations, Ted. Beautiful. Beautiful guitar. Let's see here. Dave Working Joe has sent a picture of the Dave caster. Oh, wait, let me see. Hang on. Oh yeah. I remember this. Yeah, he's got it beside the Bones Firefly Bones guitar, and I love the pick guard on here. It reminds me of a Steve Vai kind of vibe. Check this out. And Dave Working built that guitar right there. Ain't that sharp? That's awesome. Man, yeah. I like that. I love the black and green pickups. I love the knobs. The zebra pick guard, it just, man, it screams 80s. I love it. I love that. Man. I'll be playing the heck out of that guitar, man. People will look at me and say, "What are you trying to do? You trying to be Steve Vai?" No. Hell no. I'm not, no way I could do that. It'd be fun to play Yankee Rose on that guitar though. That'd be wild, wouldn't it? Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ted. That Gibson you got is an Adam Jones Gibson Les Paul in Silver Burst. All right. I thought that's what that was, but I wasn't 100% sure. Very nice. That is very nice. Congratulations, man. Nothing like new guitar. Ted, I got to ask you, how many guitars do you have, man? I mean, not only does he have an impressive guitar collection, he has an impressive amp collection too. I mean, dang, man. I mean, Ted, I swear he could open up his own store just from the stock he has. But I love it. Congratulations. I love it, man. New Guitar Day. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Beautiful. I have seen those. I've seen them at Guitar Center. I haven't seen one in a while, but yes, now that you say that name, yes. Slim Fire says, at Ted, that Gibson is awesome. Congrats. Yes. Man, yeah. We got some other people chiming in. Let me see if I can get this chat to move properly. We have KBT Guitar Man. Hey, Joe. Hope all is good. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're getting ready to go to work today, and I just said, man, I feel like going live for a little bit, and haven't done this in a while. I love doing the show, the J&R, Talking Guitars and More on Saturday. Saturday night. I can't remember what night we do it. I'm just out to lunch, man. And but sometimes it's nice to do this as well. It just keeps content fresh, man, I guess. Let's see. Ted asked Ted how many guitars he has. He says, I have no idea. Okay. You got to do a count, man, sometime. You need to do a count sometime. Just if you don't want to say it on here, just send me a message. And Ted, it's going to take me a couple hours to get that number to you. Why do I sound like Han Solo? Hey, kid. I got a cold. Sounds like Han. Hey, kid, we're going into hyperspace right here. I'm watching now. Let's give it up for Han. Man. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. But anyway. Shoot. I'm sitting here entertaining myself. It shows how weird I am, huh? Only child. My wife calls it the only child syndrome. That's what she calls it. Yeah, but I would like to know how many you have. I'm curious. Yeah. I like I said on the show last Saturday, I had 74, and I think, which for this small house is a lot. That's a lot, man. That's this room back here that I have titled the warehouse. It's a disaster area, to tell you the truth. There's guitar cases in there stacked. I got it the best I can, but I got other stuff that's just collected over time. I need to get rid of that stuff and make it more presentable. I will. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Let's see here. We have, there's Mr. Rex McGee. Hey, Mr. McGee, how are you, sir? Mr. McGee is so kind, man. And he's a pedal steel guitarist in his band, and he plays gigs, and he plays a lot of gigs, and that is impressive. I only wish I could play gigs, man. I wish I had a different work schedule, but Mr. McGee has always had really nice things to say, and thank you, Mr. McGee, for your kindness. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's really nice. Ted asked him how many guitars he had. He said he has no idea. He says, let's just say counting and opening guitar cases would be one hell of a workout. There's one. All right. Oh, man. Well, you don't have to open the cases. You could just count, I mean, I don't know. You do how you want, but yeah, I just count what I got, man, and I counted 74. I said, man, I know at one time I had 80. That was my biggest, I believe, total. And then it got down to like 60 something when I sold some gear about a year ago. And then over time, it just started to slowly build back up. And let's face it, when you have gas, I mean, guitar acquisition syndrome or gear acquisition syndrome, you're going to, you're going to acquire gear until the day you die. That's just how it is, man. I don't see myself just not doing that anymore. It's too much fun. It's I mean, what other better thing is there than New Guitar Day? Well, I can think of a couple of things, but as far as guitar stuff goes, what else is better than that? Nothing, man. I mean, it's such an amazing rush for me, and I'm sure for y'all too. we're all here for the same thing. Mr. McGee. Okay, I get it. Dave working with the Incredible Hulk reference. Yeah, that's pretty good. Jack McGee, the reporter that followed David Banner around. Mr. McGee, you wouldn't like me don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Don't. I used to watch the heck out of that show when I was a kid, man. And David Banner would always get his butt kicked. I was like, man, what a wuss. He never would fight back. Only once or twice I saw him throw a punch. Other than that, he was getting his butt whooped. And then that music would start and those eyes would turn. I was like, wow, that is so cool. When I was a kid, I used to watch that. I actually went back sometime last year and looked at some of those old episodes of that I was like, wow, I actually watched this when I was a kid. But when you're 8 years old, 9, 10, that's what was popular at the time. That's what was on. That and, Dukes of Hazzard. What other shows? The Fall Guy, I remember that. And then my mom had her show she watched. Dallas was the big thing. All those other grown-up shows, as I call it, I just didn't care about. But yeah, TV was those shows were really cool back then, man. I miss that. And that's why I guess I'm turning into a old curmudgeon, or however you say it, because I just refuse to watch anything new and I dang sure don't watch reality TV. I don't watch that. No, thank you. But, it's just a lot of crazy things going on in the world. The A-Team. Yes, Mr. McGee, the A-Team. That's right. That's it.
If you have a problem and you can't seem to figure it out, there's one team that can help you. The A-Team.
Oh, man. I pity the fool. I used to love watching that show, man. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good show in its time. I had what's his name on there from the original Battlestar Galactica. He played Starbuck. I'm dating myself now. I can't remember his real name, but he was on there. And I was like, oh, that's the dude from Battlestar Galactica, man. Yeah. Let's see. Slimfire, he says to Ted, he goes, Ted, I know you have a large guitar collection, but do you have a favorite you love to play and drool over? Oh, Lord, that's a great question. Oh, that's a great question. I'd like to know that myself. Yes, Mr. McKee, that's right. I pity the fool. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. T, man, he played a great part in Rocky III. I mean, we all seen the first time that he was on screen. That was a big deal. And if you've ever, I don't know, I've actually went back and looked at when he came on David Letterman first time, Mr. T, and he was in character. He did not break character. He didn't smile. He was like he was pissed off. David Letterman didn't know what to say, what to do. And that was funny. Man, that was funny. Yeah. The good old days. God, I can't believe I'm even saying that phrase. I never thought I'd say that. The good old days. What the hell has happened, man? Time, that's what's happened. Things have changed and things will never go back to the way they were. But people of my generation or this era, people here, we keep that stuff alive by playing the music and talking about it. And it keeps that alive. And then one day, so much time will have passed that it won't be as popular anymore. But that's just how time does, man. That's how it goes. Let's see. I think Mr. Rex McGee makes a comment. He says, I love your PRS family behind you. I think I watched every video when you purchased those beautiful guitars. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, these are fun guitars to play. The PRS wall. Yeah, and like I've said before, I was not a big fan of PRS till last summer. And yeah, and it's I enjoy playing them. I really do. They're great guitars. They feel great. They play wonderful. Mr. Rex McGee says we can get cool colors on pedal steel guitars like your guitars. Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, okay. I actually thought about you, Mr. McGee, when Ralph and I went to Music Go Round. I didn't film this part because I was trying to get my phone ready, and we went to the acoustic section of Music Go Round in Rock Hill, South Carolina, by the way. If you haven't been there, check them out. And there was a pedal steel guitar sitting there, and it was all black. It looked good the way it was. I was like, man, I thought they was all kind of the same color, like chrome or whatever. But because I don't know nothing about them. But yeah, I thought you crossed my mind. I said, I bet Mr. McGee could play that thing. And I saw one. I just thought about it. Yeah, when we went to the guitar shop out there to see Chris DeVito and his crew, I think it was our second trip. He had a pedal steel guitar, but it was like a fluorescent green or something, from like the color. What do they call that green from back in the 60s or 50s? I forget now. But it was that color. It looked good. And yeah, something else, man. Let's see. Let me. Whoops. Like your guitars. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Oh man, it just jumped. Let's see. Let me get to. I think Mr. Tim White has joined. Hey, Mr. White, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. He says, how many guitars do you have, and do you have many acoustics? Mr. White, I did a count of my guitars last weekend. I have 74. Do I have any acoustics? I have one. And it's a Dean, and it's a slim body acoustic my wife got for me a long time ago. That's the only acoustic I have. No, that's not true. I have I have an Esteban acoustic that she got for me years ago, which at the time nobody knew those guitars were very poorly made. At the time, nobody knew that. They were selling like hotcakes. Remember that Esteban guitars, and it turned out to be a total for that brand, and that guitar turned out to be a total nightmare. Just to be honest with you. So those are the two acoustics I have. I don't play acoustic. It's just not my thing. I'm just I don't really have a lot of acoustic chops, if you will. So, but I have two. To answer your question, I have two. Let's see. Let me go right here. I think Mr. McGee says if they are lacquer finishes, they can stain those colors, and you can mica guitars as well in great colors. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know nothing about pedal steel guitar. Nothing. I don't know nothing about those at all. And but I respect the pedal steel player because I don't understand how that works. I'm doing good I'm doing good to play a couple of chords, and to see people do pedal steel and banjo players and those pickers, finger pickers, man, I never could do that. I just never had that ability. That finger picking ability I just don't have it. It's poor, very poor. Mr. Cameron Hart, hey man, he says. Nice to see you, sir. Oh, he goes, I'm glad I caught you. Thank you. Thank you, Cameron. Nice to see you, man. He says, oh my God, 74 guitars, that's awesome. Yeah, it's fun. it's hard to get around to playing them. You have to swap them out, move stuff around. I wish I had a bigger area, but it works for what we got. And let's see. Tim White, I guess when you have 74, your significant other can really ever know when you get another new one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she knows, man. Because whenever it comes to be delivered, they always seem to wait to UPS or FedEx after I leave for work, which is fine. No big deal. I could tell you some crazy stories, man, about having guitars delivered to try to make that happen under the radar, and it didn't turn out good. Cameron Hart, that's why I buy the same color. Yeah, been there. Again, I could tell you some crazy stories, and now's not the time, but I will one day. Let's see. Mr. Rex McGee, it is definitely the most challenging instrument, pedal steel guitar he's talking about, on the planet. I'm still learning all the time. You can never say you have arrived on pedal steel guitar. Yeah, that's a very, that instrument just blows my mind how it is played. Very cool. Very cool. Well, y'all, it is 10 to 5, and it has been a blast. We've been on here almost an hour and a half, not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Let me take this off here. Let's see, make sure that didn't pop up and mess something up here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and on this live stream here. It was amazing. Thank you so much. And yes, so I'm looking at the Alto powered PA speakers for Ralph and I when we hopefully we want to get some practice time under our belts, and I would like to see us play live somewhere at least one time. If he's cool with that, I'm sure he would be. But so that was the whole point of this stream, and to be able to connect with all the friends and here in the chat. It was really nice to speak with, me, to talk with you through technology, and to hear how y'all were doing, and Bloody Soup. I hope everything goes well for your dog, lovely part of the family. Yeah, I got plenty of stories I could tell about that too. But anyway, time has escaped us here for now. And I need to go. I need to get things ready and get on the road. Got to go pay work to pay these bills. I can keep doing this, Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you, and God bless. Until next time, this is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project. Keep rocking. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.